It is July 15th, and Dr. Kevin from Bryant Health and Wellness is here with Wellness Wednesdays. Good morning.
Good morning.
Back to school time is coming up real soon, and you've got something going on for the
I
for the
do.
people going back to school.
As you know, you've been in my office. You see, kids are a big part of what I do. You know, I'm always concerned, and I don't think sometimes parents take a real world look at their kids' health and it just kind of gets blended in with everything else. And they always seem perfect to us, you know, no matter what, but I think that our kids are sicker than they've ever been before as a general population. Obesity and weight problems, mental disturbances, 1 in 65 now has autism, asthmas, allergies, hyperactivity. This has gotten to be almost the new normal. You know, if something's there long enough and enough people have it, it's now the new normal, but it's not normal. And so I'm always doing things to try to improve the health of our kids. And since it's almost back to school time, this is the time when many parents start to worry that their kids are going back to school and they may suffer with things like ADD or anxiety or other neuro-emotional issues, or maybe they have weight problems or body complaints. And, you know, as far as the weight problems go, as our kids, like I said, they always seem perfect to us. But this can really not only affect their health in their future, but also their personality and kind of their interaction with others and their confidence. And so these are all issues that we want to try to address. And many parents are concerned that they may even have to medicate their children for attention or emotional disorders during the school year. And that concerns me very, very much as well. And you know, although these drugs may provide a temporary improvement in performance in the short term, most studies prove that long term they have no scholastic improvement and could have long-term detrimental effects.
Wow.
So although they may help in the short term, you know, of course they make you concentrate more right then. But when you look at their long-term career all the way up through college and into working, they actually could have a long-term detrimental effect. And not only that, these are major brain-altering and stimulant drugs that these are a class 2 narcotic in the same class as methamphetamines.
Wow.
And so, of course, they're going to concentrate more. You know, that's what this class of drugs does. But they could also be affecting their growth, their long-term mental stability, their emotional outlook, that could affect their personality and their social interaction with others. And so there are other things we can do to try to help these kids. And so I wanted to take this week to offer some help for these parents and kids that are looking for a better solution. So what we're going to do, real excited about this, next week we're having a back-to-school brain and body checkup for kids, where we're offering free health screenings for kids that are having any health problem out there, like ADD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, weight problems, or body complaints. Maybe they're in athletics and they're having joint problems. None of these things are normal. And so, as you know, I've been working with kids and teens for the last 18 years with these conditions. And the number one thing I want parents to know is that these things can be helped naturally. There are many things that can be done to improve body health and brain health naturally. And as far as brain health goes, for some reason, the public doesn't seem to think of the brain as being able to be made healthier. In other words, we sort of see it as static, like it is the way it is. So, and that's not true at all. So, you know, people know that your heart can be made healthier by doing natural things. So if you go to your heart doctor and he says, well, your heart's not working very well, I think that you need to cut out your salt and eat less cholesterol and go take some walks, it would make perfect sense to you that that's going to make your heart healthier.
Right.
But what we sort of forget is your brain has cells and tissues just like the rest of your body, and you can do things from a natural perspective to get your brain to improve its health, just like you can get your heart to improve its health.
Right.
And we never think about that. It's kind of like, oh, well, he has, you know, my child has this thing called ADD or depression, and that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Not true. This is not true. The brain can be made healthier by doing some of these things, just like the heart can be made healthier by doing things to get the heart working better. And but here's the thing. You can't wait till the day before school starts and go, oh my gosh, what do I need to do?
Because just like your heart, it's not going to get well the next day once you start exercising.
Exactly right. We need to take a look at this now. So if anyone out there is listening, that's listening and has a child or knows a child that is having health issues, bring them in next week, and we are doing free brain and body checkups all week. And it will be me personally doing it. I'm not going to pass you off to somebody else. And I'm going to personally sit down with you and see if we can offer you some simple solutions for helping your children overcome whatever their health issues are. And you know, the number one thing for parents is just stop and take a look at it for a second. Symptoms are not normal in children. And so if your child is having asthmas or attention problems or, you know, has weight problems, you want to address these things. Just pay attention to them. You know, I know we've got baseball we're bringing them to, and I know we got the bills and the house payment and all those things.
A lot going on. But
listen, their health is the most important thing that you can address. And so if you want to sign your child or teen up for our free back to school brain and body screening, all you need to do is just call my office, tell them you heard about it on the show, and that you want to schedule your kid for our screening. And then after the screening, I'm going to sit down with you, knee to knee, and tell you what I found and what I think that you should do at home in order to try to get them healthier. So now is the time to really start to try to get some improvement in your kids over the next 3 or 4 weeks before they start school. So if you want to register for our back to school brain and body screening, just call the office. It's 837-7174. Now, there are 7 things that we can do to improve your child's health in their brain and body. And so after the break, I'm going to go through a few of those 7 things that we're going to look at to try to improve your child's health in the future.